The CEO of Netflix makes two types of leadership style in his management. One of his leadership style is transformational leadership. The approach to transformational leadership encourages, inspires, and motivates employees to innovate and create the necessary change to shape the company's future success. Have you ever been in a group where someone took control of the situation by conveying a clear vision of the group's goals, a marked passion for the work, and an ability to make the rest of the group feel recharged and energized? This person might be what is called transformational leader. The characteristics of transformational leaders are encouraging the motivation and positive development of followers. Transformational leaders are generally energetic, enthusiastic, and passionate. Not only are these leaders concerned and involved in the process, but they are also focused on helping every member of the group succeed. They will also exemplify moral standards within the organization and encourage the team of others. Furthermore, a transformational leader also fosters an ethical work environment with clear values, priorities, and standards. They build a company culture by encouraging employees to move from an attitude of self-interest to a mindset where they are working for the common good. Additionally, a working environment under transformational leadership is holding an emphasis on authenticity, cooperation, open communication, and providing coaching and mentoring, by allowing employees to make decisions and take ownership of tasks. As a rapid growth of Netflix in the on-demand media industry, people must be wondering who is the man behind Netflix, and how does he make Netflix successful to what it is today. The Netflix CEO Reed Hastings believes in allowing his employees to take charge and act in the company's best interest. When employees are given opportunities to make decisions at work, they are more likely to be invested. The power to make decisions allows each employee to generate a sense of responsibility that drives them to work well for the benefit of the company. As a transformational leader, Hastings motivates and inspires his team to work towards the success of Netflix. Traditional corporate demanding practices are being thrown out to make way for growth, innovation, and transformation. The other leadership style Reed Hastings uses is no other than laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership is a type of leadership where leaders allow team members to direct their own decision-making and trust them with their judgment. They can still be available for review, feedback, and suggestions. It gives employees the freedom to innovate, make fast decisions, and improve their own judgment, which helps in personal and professional development. Reed Hastings said, "No rules, but work is anything but chill." Reed Hastings gives his employees unlimited vacation as long as they give creativity and innovation to the company. Other than that, there's no dress code for his employees and there is no approval needed for expenses. Although it has a risk to trust the employees like that, Reed Hastings thinks if the company lacks innovation, the risk taken will be higher than that. Most people are reluctant to give constructive criticism to their colleagues, especially their bosses. Even if that's the best well-intentioned, people worry about coming across as harsh. Netflix thinks about this differently. Here's an example. Reed Hastings said that at Netflix, it's tantamount to being disloyal to the company if you fail to speak out when you disagree with a colleague or have feedback that could be helpful. To give an additional explanation in this leadership style is that the characteristic of laissez-faire leadership is the hands-off approach. Moreover, high level of trust is also a characteristic in the laissez-faire management style. It requires managers to have confidence in employees and leave them to govern themselves. The managers must first be sure that the workers can work without supervision before leaving them alone. Other than that, in this leadership style, employees have the freedom to do whatever they want as long as it does not negatively impact the company. They have the freedom to make decisions. The advantages of this leadership style is it could help in faster decision making. As observed under authoritarian leadership, for a decision to be passed, there's a chain of command that the decision must pass through. However, with laissez-faire, the decision is solely dependent on one person and it takes very little time for a decision to be made. The company's success can be attributed to the idea tech innovation and the culture of honesty, trust, and responsibility that is practiced at Netflix.
An individual with the ability to guide someone or a group of people towards aims, goals, organizational objectives effectively is known to have leadership traits. We are now going to look at the leadership traits that Reed Hastings possesses. Successful communicators. Leaders are exceptionally great when it comes to expressing problems and providing solutions, as they have a gift of communicating information in a calm and coherent manner. They are great at speaking as well as listening to their team and staff, and can connect through various different communication channels such as one-on-one, phone, email, etc. Reed Hastings is an exceptional communicator, as he asks his employees to share their ideas and provide advices instead of simply commanding them on what to do. He asks his employees why their ideas would work instead of critiquing. Long-term thinkers. Leaders always have a vision in mind. With concrete and quantifiable goals, they are able to plan for the future. They know what is important to switch up things continuously and are willing to try out new ways to solve issues or improve the processes. Reed Hastings believes that even if short-term earnings are being hurt, it is important to invest in long-term goals. Reed Hastings has said that they are losing a fortune as they are paying the studios huge sums of money for content and paying the cost for distributing and do not have any revenue. But he goes on to say that you have to be willing to financially support the innovation. If it has to be profitable in the first quarter, you get very narrow gauge innovation, not the broad approach. Confident. All good leaders are able to make difficult decisions and guide by authority. Their confidence helps to inspire others and provide reassurance. It also helps set up open communication and encourage teamwork. The rapid development of Netflix is determined by Reed Hastings' ability to take risks and make important decisions confidently. In fact, Netflix has become the world's best streaming company from a mere DVD renting entity, all thanks to his confident risk-taking. And lastly, we have people-orientated. Generally, leaders tend to be very people-orientated and team players, show concern for each member of the team, and are able to foster an environment where everyone has a say in the decision. Reed Hastings lets his employees take charge towards the success of Netflix. Employees gain a sense of responsibility when they are given the power of making decisions, and this makes them want to work harder to ensure the company is being benefited. Employees have open, broad, and deliberate access to all of the information in order to be better equipped to make good decisions. Although there is a chance of information being leaked, the value of having all of the employees informed is worth it. As the organization has an emphasis on developing strong professional ties with one another,